All right. All right, everybody. Thank you guys again for tuning in to my talk show, Joint Narcissism. Um, the fact that you guys listen, you know, the downloads are great. I'm at about a month from the official launch, and I'm almost at a thousand downloads. It's a lot better from when I did uh the God Shaped Mommy Hole podcast. Man, for like the first year and a half, I was averaging like 20 downloads a week, maybe 15. Yeah, so it's exciting. I'm not gonna have a guest on this episode because I ran into some technical difficulties last night before recording the day before recording this one. Had a great conversation with Terry. You know, that used to happen a lot on on the other podcast, and it bugged me. It bugged the shit out of me because I don't know what happened. Something I was doing when I was making a promo or editing something, something maybe the settings was off. I don't know. But what I did was is the his mic wasn't recording anything the whole episode. It was like 120 minutes, and we were like, "What the fuck?" It didn't even feel like 120 minutes. But it was a great conversation about family and stuff, and I don't really remember. I have a terrible memory. But it was a good conversation. We were both upset. And so what I did today is I came up here, I took apart the microphone, his microphone, the second microphone, to see if there was any loose wires, any I don't know, loose solders or something. See if that was the issue on, sometimes stuff like that happens. The preamp that I'm using is from like I think it was like 2006, so I think it's like 11 years old. And then the mics, that I don't, I never really handled them with care. I was very nonchalant with them, and a lot of people moving it around, adjusting it constantly. I don't know. So I took that apart, took apart the preamp. Everything was fine. Put it back together, and then I checked the mic and I plugged everything in, and then I checked the audio settings, and it was the audio settings. I think it was because when you plug in your headphones, in Windows, there's this audio thing that pops up. It's not like the properties for when you click on the audio signal. It's different, and it has this section where it has like different modes that the computer settings, I guess, automatically go through. And it was originally on recording, and I switched it to speech mode. I was just seeing what the difference was, and I forgot to change it back. That's the problem when you run things all by yourself. That's the issue. Is you know It's hard. It's hard to do it. I can do it a little bit better than the average person simply because I have like ADD, and that just they say it's a disability, but if you have the tools and the knowledge, the ADD can be a huge asset because you could do multiple things and it'll seem like a cakewalk to you. It's a lot of the reason why, like when I was in school, I was a terrible, terrible kid, and And I think it was because that's just the way my brain worked. My brain needed to just go 100% all the time. I couldn't dull it down. And now I can do it through audio, graphic design, family, animals, pets, work. And I'm incorporating a little exercise in there. But I'm not going to have a guest, you guys. It's just going to be a solo one with me ranting, talking. I used to do this a lot. A lot of people liked it. I don't know. Whatever. I'm going to take a drink. Man, I want to smoke a joint too. America. You know, I love my country, but I just feel like people in charge, they might have expertise in certain parts of our fictitious world that we invented to give people status and structure and to create an economy and all this stuff. I get it, but I don't get how people don't use their imagination and common sense and cause and effect theory and and see what certain choices that are made for short-term gain can have a long-term effect on the entire organism, not just the population there now, the entire organism, like mass extinction event type shit. We're a fucking cancer, you guys. And I think just how weed is a cancer fighting drug, I think we're a cancer. And I think the way to reach consciousness is maybe get high way more often and have conversations about stuff like this. Weed, it opens up your imagination. It allows you to think outside the box. It allows you to think creatively. Now, people think being creative is a useless tool in our society, but I don't think so. I think creatives express things that cannot be expressed in certain ways, but when they are, it is like unlocking doors for people because they're like, "Oh yeah, I get it. Yes, thank you." And sometimes that's all people need, and is inspiration, all that stuff. It's so much like random things in life that people don't think things are connected. Like everything's random. I just don't think everything's random. And I think to deny the structure and the flow of the universe is detrimental to our species. That's hot. I cleaned it up. I cleaned up here. Terry was telling me last time he was here, he's like, man, you should probably clean this shit up. Cause I'm gonna start doing YouTube. And here's the thing, you guys, like the show's doing great, but I don't get no feedback from anyone. I need feedback. I need to know that something's there. Cause at a certain point, it just feels like you're talking to yourself. I see the numbers, but I just don't see the feedback. And that's a bummer. I don't know if you guys are following me on all social media, but if you guys want to follow me and get to know my personality, who I am, like Instagram at GSMH Productions. Now, you guys might be a bit confused about joint narcissism and God Shape Mommy Home Productions. Now, this is the thing with God Shape Mommy Home Productions. That was originally my first podcast, and I loved that name, and I did not want to get rid of it. So I decided to turn this place into a studio, a place where people could come and create and uh, you know share ideas, learn marketing skills, and just be. I believe in collaboration to the extreme. But and I didn't want to get rid of it. And my thing is the reason why I don't have other social medias is because I'm doing everything all by myself, and it's already bad enough as it is with me fucking, you know, losing a whole hour and a half, 2 hours of fucking recording. You know, so what I do now is just roll with it, lean with it, rock with it. I don't know. Fucking forgot what I was saying. I don't know. You guys gotta. I need the feedback to know if I'm even doing a good job. I don't even know if I'm doing a good job. I gotta know these things. I don't even know if I'm doing a good job, you guys. I know the episode I did with my boy Chris Solly. I really did. I was listening to it. I like to be my first and worst critic. I was really negative. I was a little self involved and a little insensitive. But I guess my excuse is that I just wanted to treat him how I always treated him, how I treat my friends. You know, I would imagine I wouldn't want people treating me differently because I'm handicapped. You know, he's a tough motherfucker though. God damn that son of a bitch. A tough cookie. Good guy though. Very very hua. Huh? From the army? Huh? Army people? Any army people listening? Whoop. Anyways, well, you know what's really bugging me is this fucking left wing liberals that are protesting. What the fuck? Man, I feel like writing a comedy special based on I'm sorry for my generation. Because I'm a millennial, I suppose. I was born in '88. I grew up in the new millennia. So I think that's when I became a teenager. So I don't know how that shit works, but like I used to be I used to be far more left than I am now. Far more left than I am now. I'm talking super liberal, free education, free healthcare. There's a lot that goes into that and what needs to be understood and if basically what changed my mind on everything and made me go more right of center is when you when you clump 330 something million people into a legislative law and not only is the healthcare not affordable, okay, it is not affordable, especially for me, okay, like that shit pissed me off. It was like 200 something dollars a month. Like if I'm gonna pay for, if I pay for stuff, I'm gonna pay for what I want because like if I'm getting it through the government and they're like, okay, you can only choose from these two, okay, I'm gonna choose the better one. But if you put a big list in front of me, a bunch of these, like the cheapest one was 165, but it was like Molina, and I never ever hear anything good about that place. I don't ever see any. I don't know. I look at the ratings online. No, it's not good. Why the fuck would I want to spend $150, $165 on some shit that I don't even want? That's un-American. Number one. And then they force you to do it. And if you don't have, like, I didn't have health insurance all last year. I had to pay $1,738 to the government. Okay, let that sink in. And I was all for the Affordable Care Act. I was like, yes, I can finally have health care. And the entire time, I never had health care. It's really weird. No big in anything, no crazy thing that costs a bunch of money that everyone's like, see, that's why you should have had it. No, like colds and shit and sprains, you know, random shit. But I'm not gonna pay a bunch of money for something I don't want, especially if I don't go to the goddamn hospital. You know, I don't like throwing my money away. There needs to be better options. Now, I heard the way Gary Johnson explained it on Joe Rogan's podcast, where if you have a single payer program and a complete open market for healthcare. That means across state lines because apparently there's a law that prevents healthcare from crossing state lines or some shit. Like you can't purchase healthcare out of California. And I think that that is bullshit. That is un-American. That we should be able to have whatever the fuck we want. Nobody should tell us what we can and can't have. And as far as movement wise, what America is going, I think that that's the direction that we need to go. We need to stop with these liberals. Stop with the fucking liberals with this bullshit with the rioting and destroying people's cars. I mean, if I just so happened to be there that day and my truck was destroyed, do you have any idea how terribly you would have like ruined my life? You know? What if that limo was that guy's only source of income? What if it's just a limo driver? You know? What if that Starbucks was some dude that worked his ass off all the way up through the chain of fucking employee, staff manager, night manager, shift manager, fucking general manager, and then you finally get the classes and then you get the down payment. Oh my god, you got your own fucking store. Now these liberal fucking hippies, the same cunts that drink coffee at your store, destroy your store. There's so much hypocrisy in how things are being protested. Granted, it does create change. Is it healthy change? Mm, maybe. Maybe it's healthy change, but we will never have the chance or the opportunity as an American, which is our right, to completely understand what is happening and to fix it properly. And that is what our founding fathers knew for a society to survive. They had to do that. That's why there was two parties, the conservatives and the liberals. Well, now it is. More before it was the Democrats and the Republicans, and they said, that it was their duty to have the debate on what should be right and what should be wrong. And the idea was to meet in the middle. It's a win-win. It's supposed to be win-win for both sides. When the fuck have we seen Congress or anybody ever in the history since I'm 28 and I don't like even growing up when I would watch shit on TV and I would see stuff about politics, I never it was it was my way or the highway. Republicans got to have it their way. Fucking Democrats got to have it their way. Why can't we just be American and have a debate and come to the intelligent decision, the middle ground? Middle ground, you can't have everything perfect in this goddamn world, not even in your life. And that's what, me, that's what fucks me up the most is having to stay on top of my consciousness and keep telling myself that, dude, it could be worse. Your life is pretty good. It's not exactly what the fuck you want, but it's not the end of the world. It just means that it's growth. And growth requires suffering. So you must suffer and grind. And I guess for politics, that suffering would mean putting your ego to the side and thinking about the overall greater good. Because we know politicians, they're not normal people. They're not everyday people. They might tell you that on the news channel. Oh, Joe, I'm just like everybody else. Going to the hardware store. No, fuck you. You make way too much money. You don't even anybody that makes that amount of money is not a normal average everyday Joe. Anybody, I mean, okay, don't get me wrong. I've met a few really rich people that are everyday average Joes that, no, they don't really have maids or anything. They might have a like a babysitter caretaker for the baby because, they're rich or famous, so that means that they're gone for long periods of time. Anytime you make a bunch of money, you're gone for long periods of time. As long as you have the money to make up for the lack of being there, I guess. But yeah, that's my point. Okay. Ah, Scotch whiskey, the cheap stuff. Got a bottle of it from Walmart. Shout out to B Rob and his motherfucking Walmart log. Check out B Rob's Walmart log. Check him out on Random Rambling RRR underscore podcast. Random Ramblings with Rob. Yeah. Um, I got it from Walmart for like $15. It's like a big old jug. It's good. It's a Clan McGregor. It's not terrible. It's not amazing though. Yeah. I don't even know how many liters or whatever it is. There it is. Where is it? 1.75 liters. It'll last me like a week. Oh man. So check this out, you guys. Look, I know there has to be at least 20 or 30 of you guys subscribe or that are average listeners. Do me a favor, go to iTunes and leave me a review, you guys, because I don't have that many reviews, and that has almost a lot to do with getting up in the rankings on iTunes. I was doing some research, and they said that you know they count download numbers, subscription numbers, and comment numbers, review numbers. That's like the overall rating. And and I went through the new and noteworthy, and I was looking at, and they had shit ton of fucking comments. And I see this stuff. I don't get it. I don't get those type of things, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So why don't we make this a cute no a leave a comment. Just leave a how to make it better comment, an idea. Tell me what I'm fucking up on. Tell me like the way I talk, or do I talk about myself too much? Yeah, I do. I'm still trying to work on that. I notice I talk in autobiographical. I guess that's why I'm better at doing the solos. Hmm, that's weird. Uh, if you want to come onto the show and have a conversation about a certain topic that I've talked about, let me know. I'll be more than glad to have you call in, and we can record an episode. So yeah. Um, I don't know what to do, man. I've been like been like super depressed lately. I wake up every morning like feeling I don't know. feeling like I don't know, just like what's the point? You know? Yeah, like sometimes I wake up and I'm like, what's the point? It's the same thing I did yesterday. What's the point? I feel like that's normal. I want to feel bad about myself that I'm having these thoughts. I want to feel like chemically imbalanced. And I most likely am, but I'm not too chemically imbalanced because I recognize it. Now, you really messed up when you don't even know what the fuck's going on. But I don't know, like with the mic issue from yesterday. I was really upset, and I'm looking at the stats for the show, and then my boss couldn't fucking pay me all my money. Rent was due. I have to dip into my savings account, and I still want to buy things for the show so I can do the show, so I can create content for you guys. Huh? Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't take this show so serious. Maybe I should just do it like whenever. Because releasing it on Mondays and Wednesdays or whatever Sundays and Tuesday nights in California. I don't know. I just need some feedback. I can only go off of what I know, and I don't know shit outside of what I do. Like, you know what else I've been doing? I've been thinking about doing like some artwork for like Joey Diaz, Joe Rogan, Burt Kreischer, Ari, you know, all those guys. Do like some of my own personal artwork. But there's this thing that happens, you know. There's this thing that happens when I start to work on it. It's like I don't know, my subconscious, my gut, something is like, dude, you're just gonna waste your time. I have like a really negative voice in my head because I'm naturally a fucking go getter, happy, lucky, go motherfucker, and I don't know. I hate that. I love just creating shit randomly. I used to do that shit all the time when I was in college. I made a bunch of artworks for girls, I mean, it wasn't a waste of time. I always got laid, except once, I think. Yeah, one girl I designed, two girls. Yeah, not every time. I'll just say that. I got cotton mouth. I think I have a substance abuse problem, you guys. I don't even know if it's abuse. I think it's a crutch. And I see it, and it's like, in order for me to kick it completely, I need a 1 week, 1 week in the woods. I need to go camping for 1 week in the woods. No access to the outside world. I pack my stuff and I just go out and I do my thing away from everybody. Like even by myself, I would be down to just go by myself, all by myself. I fucking, I my soul yearns for solitude. My soul needs it so bad. I can feel it every day. I can feel something inside of me just trying to explode out, trying to get away. Feels like anxiety, but it's followed by thoughts, you know. So if you look into that, then I could see that I just need something different. Like I've never been good with monotony. Monotony? Monogamy? No, monotony. Yeah, monotony. Never been really good with it. Never been really good with monogamy either. I've been pretty terrible at that. Pretty better at it though now, for sure. But I hate like this is the longest period of time in my life where I've done the same thing for almost 2 years. Like that so depressing to think of it like that. And I'm sure everyone else can relate. My life consists of cleaning pools, podcasting, taking care of my family. cleaning pools, podcasting, and taking care of my family. I don't ever do anything outside of that. That's fucking depressing. I need to do more shit. Damn. See, I get solitary, but when I want to do things, I'm a fucking social person, and I hate doing things by myself. Like I need to get over that shit. I need to just do shit by myself, or else I'm never gonna do nothing. That's what I've been learning a lot. I was very codependent. Probably what 2 years ago, very codependent. Now I'm very independent. I'm trying to find every avenue to be independent so that I don't get all fucking butthurt that I don't got nobody to hang out with to go hiking or go fishing with off the pier or, going for a hike up the trail over here. Uh, this is a new one for you guys. I hope you enjoy it. I'm just gonna fucking unload on you. But what I really do want, I want you guys to go to iTunes. iTunes, please. Please, you guys. Like it means a lot. Like I get it. I fucking get it. You don't wanna go yeah, on like if because I've had a hard time trying to find it in an iPhone because I don't have an iPhone. I don't know how iPhones work, and I try to like open their iTunes store thing and find my podcast, but it was like taking forever, and it's all weird because I'm all messing with their phone. But there's a link, and if you have an iPhone and you go to Twitter, there's a link on there for iTunes, and I'm sure if you open that thing, it'll take you to directly where it needs to go. You know, and you hit the subscribe button and leave a review, rate it, and review it. Otherwise, uh, I really want this to be my job. There's a lot of money in this, you guys. And I wanna travel the world. I wanna I have to pay my rent tomorrow, and I have to dip into my savings, and I'm stressed out about that shit because I also have my car payment due and my insurance payment due, and that right there is already like $300 more dollars. I don't wanna worry. I'm willing to work my ass off. I you know, this stuff is fun, but it's hard when everything else is piling up on top. It takes away the focus from what I love doing, which is podcasting, talking to the masses, giving out my ideas, my perspectives. Yeah. Um, Stitcher, I guess. I don't even know. My numbers in Stitcher fucking garbage. I don't know why I promote Stitcher. Anyways, what else? Oh, if you guys are interested in YouTube doing live stream, let me know because I'm probably gonna go buy a camera probably tonight, and then the um next time I have a guest in here and do a live stream. I also want to do live stream with the Skype, but god damn it, it's so hard to figure this shit out. Anyways, all right, you guys, this is Tony Rager signing out. I want to thank you guys for listening to Joint Narcissism. Me, this is the solo number one. Yeah, probably do a series of solos. Solo numero dos. Numero dos. Number one. Yeah. Go follow me on Twitter and Instagram. It's only on Facebook at GSMH Productions. If you type in at GSMH Productions into Google, everything will pop up. Everything that's linked to everything, except for the Libsyn feed. The Libsyn feed won't pop up. You know, but if you want to find the Libsyn feed, you can just Google joint narcissism, and the narcissism is with a G, and you would know that if you've seen this online. And thank you. Thank you for listening. I'll see the numbers. I'll know how many people listen. And I want to thank you. I appreciate it. Means the world to me. And don't be shy. I don't bite. I'm not mean. If you troll, I'll just ignore you. Or not. I might talk about it. Who knows? I think it'd be funny to talk about it. I'll probably talk about it. Yeah, I'll talk about it. Leave the leave 'em for me. I'd appreciate it. Thanks, you guys. All right, bye.